Let me ask you something. If you lost everything today, every dollar, every connection, every credential, how would you start over? Jeff Bezos had to ask himself a version of that same question in 1994, when he walked away from a cushy Wall Street job to sell books on the internet. Back then, it wasn't obvious. It wasn't safe, and it definitely wasn't profitable. But Bezos wasn't thinking like everyone else, and that's why today, he's worth over $150 billion, and you're watching this video trying to figure out how to stretch your next $100. This isn't just about Amazon. This is about how Jeff Bezos thinks about money, and how you can borrow that mindset to reshape your entire financial future. Because what's made him rich isn't luck. It's not timing. It's the way he sees the game. And if you don't understand how the game is played, you'll keep sitting in the stands while other people get rich. So today we're going to break down how Jeff Bezos views risk, wealth, investing, and leverage. But don't worry, no corporate buzzwords or startup hype here. This is about you, your money, your mindset, because what you do next could define the rest of your life. Let's begin. Before launching Amazon, Bezos used what he called the regret minimization framework. He asked himself, when I'm 80 years old, will I regret not doing this? And that question, it didn't lead him to the safest job. It led him to the smartest bet. Most people optimize for income. Bezos optimized for minimizing regret because regret compounds, just like money. If your 80-year-old self could time travel, would they high-five you or slap you? Most people think short-term, but wealth rewards long-term thinking. While others jump from shiny object to shiny object, Bezos committed to building something big, even if it was slow. He wasn't flipping stocks. He wasn't trying to 10x in 6 months. He was patient, relentless, obsessed with scale. Stop trying to win fast, start trying to win forever. Bezos built Amazon with the mindset of an investor, not a consumer. Bezos doesn't just invest dollars. He invests time where it compounds. He delegates. He automates. He builds systems that grow without him. Amazon? It makes money while he sleeps. So should your money. Every hour you waste on low-value tasks is an hour you didn't spend building something that scales. Want to think like Bezos? Ask yourself, is what I'm doing today going to pay off in 5 years? If the answer is no, maybe it's not worth doing. Jeff Bezos didn't become a billionaire because of his salary. He became a billionaire because he owned Amazon. Wealthy people don't trade time for money. They trade ownership for scale. And if you're serious about wealth, you need to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an owner. That could mean starting a business, buying shares in a company, or investing in something that grows while you sleep. Ownership is where the real leverage lives. Bezos famously said, it's always day one. Why? Because day one means hunger, curiosity, speed. Day two, that's where companies and people start to die. Complacency is expensive, and Bezos refuses to pay that tax. So ask yourself, have you already slipped into day two without realizing it? Because if you have, it's time to snap out of it. You don't need billions to think like Bezos. You need principles. Here's your takeaway. Minimize regret, not risk. Build, don't chase. Multiply your time. Own, don't rent your income. Stay in day one mode. Because the real difference between Bezos and most people isn't the money, it's the mindset. And now you have it. So what will you do with that vision? Will you waste it, or will you use it to build something that future you will thank you for? The choice is yours. And if you're ready to see how another billionaire thinks completely differently about money, click over to watch From 28,000 to 200 billion, Elon Musk's financial playbook. It might just change everything.